Hi everyone, it's Jared here with Heat Press Nation, and I'll be showing you how you can customize multiple sublimation keychains from Unisub in no time. A quick and fun way to personalize your belongings is with sublimation keychains. Unisub's offerings in particular are great and affordable options made with high quality materials and are offered in various shapes and sizes to choose from. With a white gloss layer on both sides, images and graphics scaled down to the keychain's template will appear clear and vibrant when applied, regardless of the small size. These keychains are perfect to attach onto backpacks and purses, and you can customize them as fun hobby projects or as an opportunity to bring yours or another's brand anywhere. By placing the images for your keychains into one document, you'll be able to sublimate multiple keychains with two methods. One method involves trimming the images individually and placing them on the appropriate keychains, while the other method involves simply placing the keychains to their appropriate image on the transfer without trimming it. We'll be covering both application methods for this video, but mainly focus on the trimless method, which is a more straightforward and efficient method for anyone getting through orders quickly. But before we get started, we'd like to make a few recommendations when creating your documents. When gathering the templates of an item together, it's best to fit your images within the bleed area of each one. This way you'll have some safety when placing the items and transfers together with either the trim or trimless methods shown here. Also, when applying your transfers with the trimless method, you can prepare your second document with the images inside the templates flipped horizontally. This way you'll be able to simply flip the keychain's blank side to the transfer. As a more general advisory with Unisub keychains, you'll find that some are made with fiber reinforced plastic and others with aluminum. As the plastic keychains are thicker than the aluminum ones, we recommend pressing those separately unless you have padding available like conductive rubber or heat felt. Once you've prepared the documents with your images, print it through your sublimation printer. For Sawgrass printers, print it through Sawgrass Print Manager with the following settings: polyester as the substrate, the closest profile to your paper as the paper, and check the mirror option. For the trimless method, print your first document with the mirror option checked. Then if you mirrored the images on your second document, uncheck the mirror option. With these settings ready, go ahead and click Print on SPM. Now that our transfers are printed, we're ready to apply them onto our keychains. Turn on your heat press and set it to 75 seconds at 400 degrees Fahrenheit with medium pressure. Since we'll also be applying transfers onto multiple keychains at once, 5 seconds will need to be added for each additional item. In our case, our time adds up to 100 seconds since we're pressing 6 keychains at once. If you intend on applying your transfer with the trim method, you can start individually trimming images out of one transfer and taping them onto their appropriate keychains as the machine reaches temperature. Since these will be pressed at a high temperature, we recommend using only heat tape for attaching keychains. Once the machine is at temperature, cover its lower platen with a sheet of parchment paper, then place your keychains on top with the paper side up. For the trimless method, place the transfer on top, then add and tape your keychains to where they should be placed on your transfer. And with the keychains taped, flip them so the paper faces upward, then cover them with another sheet of parchment paper and press. When the time hits 0, open your heat press and allow the keychains to cool down for a moment. Then quickly peel the transfer or transfers off and the first side of your keychains have been sublimated. You can follow the same steps for applying the second transfer onto the keychain's second side. Just make sure that you've completely cooled down your keychains prior to pressing them again. You'll also need to make sure that you're always applying them with the paper attached side facing towards your heating element. Once both sides have been covered, all that's left is to attach the ring onto each keychain and then they're ready to go. To learn more about Unisub keychains and other sublimation blanks, please visit our website at heatpressnation.com. If you have any questions, feel free to contact my expert representative at support.heatpressnation.com. Once again, I'm Jared with Heat Press Nation, and thanks for watching.